I think that as many things will stay the same as will change over time. If you think of libraries as places where people share ideas, learn about new knowledge, look for things, then those roles won't change at all. I think what may change for libraries as we move into the digital age is that we'll have more resources online. The same ability for the libraries to communicate with the people that use them, but fewer physical resources and more digital resources. I don't think that physical books or journals or magazines will ever go away, but I think that as publishers begin to restrict access to digital materials in ways that they never restricted the physical materials, I think that will work against some of the provision of ebooks, for example. I know at the university level it's a serious issue. We have a textbook, for example, that we use in some introductory classes for over 200 students, and our library is only able to get access for 3 users at one time, and so it's not possible for the university to provide that. And I think that as publishers try to wrestle with the model of how should libraries be allowed to provide access to books. For example, there's been a recent decision that some libraries will allow a book to be checked out 25 times and then the library has to renew the license. I think that these will be interesting times for publishers and for libraries as they decide how to provide digital materials. Well, I know that in the United States, library use, especially among the public libraries, has increased tremendously. So you see a great deal of use for the public library materials. People are very interested in checking out movies and checking out sound recordings and in finding currently published materials. And so among the United States public libraries that I'm familiar with, the increase is tremendous, both for the materials that they circulate and for the programs that the libraries put together. So libraries are trying a number of different things to provide alternative sources of funding. I think that in one way, libraries have always had to do more with less. I think libraries are starting to think about different fundraising initiatives, partnerships with corporations, some businesses, but also, the book sale, the bake sale, having coffee shops and libraries. So I think they're looking to alternate means of revenue stream. One of the things that I'm hearing some public libraries begin to talk about is becoming community publishers to publish material from communities, not just as a revenue stream, but as a way of continuing to bring materials into the library. Most affected by budget cuts, I think that what we're seeing is a reduction in services in the smaller libraries, the branch libraries. So for communities that rely on a number of small libraries and one central library, the closure of the smaller external libraries affect the people who live in those neighborhoods. And I think that we're also seeing not just closure of physical libraries, but also reduction in hours and services that are available, shorter borrowing times, more money being shifted into material that circulates quickly and rapidly, but maybe has a shorter shelf life. What makes libraries most wonderful is the community, and the fact that the library allows people to come in from the community, to meet with other people, to learn, to exchange ideas, to be places of learning and community. That's what makes libraries most wonderful. Of course, books. Everyone always says, I love books, and if we don't have books, we don't have libraries.